arrived in Poland for the last round of the 2024 Drift Masters European Championship here at the PGE Narodowe. Biggest drift event I've ever come to in my life. They have 25,000 tickets sold for today in qualifying. Tomorrow they have 50,000 tickets sold. It's unbelievable to pack a stadium of this size for the sport of drifting. I started in the 2006, the most basic 120 horsepower car costing less than 300 euros. To see it come to this level is just unbelievable. The sport of drifting has come so far, and I'm so proud to be a part of its journey from then until now, and I cannot wait to see where it ends up in the next 10 years. But super exciting. Over the last couple of days we've been preparing the car. We went to Max Racing here in Warsaw at their absolutely gorgeous workshop. We just went through the car, we met some extra guards so no rubber could come into the engine bay, and double checked the engine, everything was mint. Today we have practice and qualifying. What they had to do, because we're very unlucky, is they're wetting the track today, so everyone is driving in the wet. And the reason we're driving in the wet is because there's a huge storm coming across Poland. If we have to wet the track tomorrow for the first time after driving it all day in the dry today, the track will be super slippery because there'll be rubber down. As it's a new surface, Drift Masters feel like the best chance of the best show is if we drive in wet from the start. So the track never gets rubbered in. We actually have good grip on the track. Best chance for everyone. So it's unfortunate. We just have to hope for a miracle that the storm is gonna pass and they can open the roof of the stadium and let the smoke out like last year. We're in practice now. Hopefully we'll probably get 3 runs, I'm guessing, before qualifying. So fingers crossed for that. Had a bit of a break and now lining up for a second session. All the fans are rolling in now, it's really cool. It's pretty insane. Track is full wet, as I said, so conditions are a bit slippery, but it's all good. We're gonna go out there, we'll probably get 2 more runs before qualifying, and we'll give it our best.
I hope Laurie Heinen makes a mistake, but he's got to go top 4 here in the showdown. He's got to start clawing those points back. So James Dean's got to go for it here. He's got to go for the big run if he wants to, you know, even worry Laurie Heinen. And again, a big entry from James Dean. He's right there on the wall.
Yeah, he is right there on the wall, Dave, as he absolutely gets it dialed in now. Leaves the outside zone, looks for these 2 inner zones as James Dean flirts with danger on that front inside zone. Now times the transition perfect. A little wobble there in that long outside zone, but makes it work as James Dean on the foot brake, controlling the back wheels, making sure they stay in that zone. Laser focus as he looks out the window across the circuit. Again, another driver making that long arc into there, but he gets into that zone a little early and wobbles and has to slow the car down the foot brake, and it was a mistake from James Dean as he gets to the last outside zone across the line. He'll know himself that wasn't perfect.
No, I think if you look at James Dean and his...
So we're after our first qualifying run. It didn't go exactly to plan. It felt pretty smooth all the way until the last corner. As I was transitioning into the last corner, I hit a patch on the track that felt like I had a lot less grip, so the car gained a lot of angle. And then as I balanced the car on the brake to try to stay in the zone, as I applied the brake to kind of balance it in the start of the zone, I had to take angle out to stay in the zone, and it looked like a big mistake. So not ideal. We got, I think, 87 points in our first run, so definitely not ideal. There's a lot of high scores. I think we're 18th at the moment, and yeah, we need to find some magic for the second run. But I find it challenging because I feel like every time we go out there, there's different parts of the track getting more grip and less grip. So what we thought we learned from practice is actually different in qualifying. Different sections of the track have more grip. Others that had more grip in practice now have less grip. So it's challenging, but let's refocus, get ready for the second run, and it's not over yet. No fingers.
He would do that. He's going for it.
Yeah, he is going for it. Look at this. He gets to that outside zone nice and early. Back bumper glued to the wall. Big angle as he follows it round now. Picks up that inside zone. He goes for a nice transition. Very close to the wall. And James Dean is on an absolute flyer. He knows he needs this one. He wants those championship points. They know that Heinen isn't feeling rock steady when he tags the wall. A little wobble from Dean. He's being a little bit too aggressive right now as the Irishman comes through the centre of the circuit. A big flick. Can he get the job done? He sets himself up beautiful for the second to last outside zone. And Dean absolutely wants this. You can see in the driving, he's aggressive as he puts the tail light on the wall across the line.
Oh, now he's in the conversation. What was the run in? What was the wall run there? He ran a wall that he didn't even ask him to run. That's a bonus run. I think he's going to enjoy this one. Kvyat has not had James Dean in a battle for a very long time. I think he's going to want to prove a point here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, look at this, James Dean again. I think the lead car is going to go for these big flicks. Kvyat waits for the initiation, then gets into it, and then tags the front wheel. Both of these guys exchanging blows in this qualifying showdown battle. James Dean avoids the wall. Kvyat lets him make his move, then gets himself set up. Now makes the dive onto the door, and it's almost tit for tat at the moment. There is no separating these two guys, and Kvyat glued to the side of James Dean's Nissan 200SX as they fire through. A little dip on the front brake for Kvyat as he now works his way into the groove. Dean tags the wall, Kvyat tags the wall. A little separation as Kvyat goes on the inside trying to find the side of James Dean.
It's good to watch, really good to watch. Position. It goes way out there. McKeever struggling to get back in there very quick, but it was an interesting initiation from James Dean as McKeever goes right up onto the door. Look at this, Dean flirting with the inside door. Oh, scrapes the inside bumper, and McKeever, it looks so good this track, but McKeever uses the wall and Dean as a stabilizer as he goes through the outer zone, and it's getting slippy out there as James Dean goes to the edge of the track. Now McKeever's got to make the dive. Can he get the issue forced? He looks like he's got the pace in the car as McKeever goes closer than Dean did on the previous run, but McKeever makes more mistakes.
So we just wrapped up the day feeling really positive. We lost two tail lights in our first battles. We managed to qualify in 3rd place and got into the qualifying showdown. I battled Tor in a really close battle. We were trading paint on boat runs, and I got the win. And then we went to the finals with Dwayne. Very close run as well. He pulled on us coming out of the last corner, and that was the main difference between the 2 runs. So I was very happy with it. Feeling good going into tomorrow, so definitely a good position to finish the day on. Definitely some really good practice. Tomorrow we'll try to add a little bit of grip to the car. And one interesting thing about today is I've been running the same tyres on the rear and on the front since we got here. So there's literally no tyre wear. So we'll put on a fresh set for tomorrow, add a little bit of grip to the chassis, and push it a bit harder. So fingers crossed, but a good result. What's up everyone? So it's game day here at the Drift Masters finale. Cannot believe we're at the end of the season in the European Championship, and after a great night last night we learned a lot, making a few changes for practice this morning, see if we can be a little bit faster on that last corner, and check out how the track feels today. So they're expecting 50,000 people coming today, and it's so unbelievable. Like, even the atmosphere last night, I think we had 25,000 people in there for qualifying. That was absolutely amazing. So I'm so proud to see how far the sport has come, and being a part of it at the top level still is amazing, and we want to keep on pushing, and hopefully we can keep it all together and end up with a good result tonight. Got a tough first battle, but I tell you, we'll give it our best and take it one lap at a time. So let's see how this car looks at the end of today, but so far plenty of wall runs on both sides. Tail lights are looking a bit shattered, but she's in for a hard day ahead. Well, fingers crossed.
Let's see what happens here as James Dean leads in a Sada.
Yeah, James Dean going for that big wild initiation he's been pulling off all weekend. He fires it in, and Sada gives him some room to manoeuvre, loses a little ground now, starts to creep up onto the front wheel on the door of James Dean's S15. He kicks the clutch aggressively, does Sada, but he fires on too much angle, and he's going to lose some ground, and he loses a lot of ground on that big angle transition, and James Dean wobbles in that outside zone now. Sada finds himself on the inside, trying to hunt down James Dean, but it's aggressive from Dean, and he's flying that car around. He's not messing around. He's a championship drive, but look at Sada now finds that proximity, looks for the side of the S15. They get into the last outside zone. Dean fires on the angle, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Dean.
So special, I can't believe it. Like, how insane is this?
It's unreal.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're here. Last year I was like, God, I wish you could be here to see this.
and the noise. Amazing. We're into top 16. Just want to enjoy this moment. It's so special for our sport. I want to try our best. The track is treacherous. There's oil being spilled. It's getting very tricky out there. I don't care. I'm just so proud of drifting and this sport. Thank you to Drift Masters. Thank you to all the fans that support us here. What a sport. It's my favourite sport in the world, and yeah, bring on the future. Let's go top 16 next. Pavel Korpelinski. Been on the podium last 2 rounds. It's going to be tough, but we'll give it our best.
The way it's going to go. What we're about to find out is James Dean will be your higher qualifier. He will lead Ireland versus Poland for another spot in the top 8. Here we go.
Yeah, and here we go. James Dean wild already. Big flick across. He says, well, if I can't win the championship, let's have some fun and let's make this one an exciting one. Look at the line from Dean. Absolutely glued to the wall here. He is, but there's no shaking. Pavel Korpelinski, the Polishman, will want this one as well. He won't want to go down without a fight in front of his Polish fans. Oh, nice little dive from Korpelinski as he tucks himself up into the rear quarter of James Dean's S15. They fire through the outside zone. Korpelinski can't be shaken right now as Dean absolutely fires it across the circuit. Big angle from both guys, but Korpelinski deals with it, shallows up in that outside zone, and now starts to make the hunt once again as Dean flicks the back end to the wall. Korpelinski's on the wheel. Got to be on the door. Will Korpelinski give him that opportunity? Will he give him that perfect steady lead line? Well, he's already opened it up for him and said to James Dean, come on then, give me that proximity, give me that chase that I just give you. Oh, and a little flex of the front bumper from Korpelinski. Absolutely beautiful into that inside zone. Now into this outside zone. Dean now starts to repay the favour. Little tuck up onto the door, a little nudge onto the front wheel to let Korpelinski know he's there. He goes very wide, Korpelinski. He has to make a correction on the steering, but he's in there, he's in that zone, and Dean deals with it. And now as Dean starts to repay the favour, they go wheel to wheel, boot lids flying up on the wall. Quite fancy,
I'm quite fancy taking you out winning this myself. And Oliver Armstrong says, I'm going to absolutely send it in there in the first corner. Here we go, Estonia chasing in Ireland into that spot in the semi-final for grabs, and Oliver Randalou's right there on the back of James Dean to give it to that first corner. Dean's got a lot of grip in that car, he's got a lot of pace, but Randalou matches it.
Yeah, he does match it, and look at this, Randalou shallows up the angle to try and keep it. Oh, and he makes a mistake, almost hits the wall. He almost does, a Kevin Biscolti move there, but now he gets himself back into the fight, and he finds the side of James Dean's S15 as they fire through outside zone 4, but that was a big mistake for Randalou. They come through, they look for the outside zone, and Randalou takes a brave dive down the inside. Very good driving from Oliver Randalou this weekend, but he has to shallow up and get himself back into this final outside zone, onto the wheel, across the line.
At the biggest event in the sport. That's a lot of bigs.
That's a lot of bigs.
And here we go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 and send him into that first corner. LZ goes, he knows he can trust James Deere, he knows he can go close, and let's see what happens.
There we go, James Dean fires in. Look at this from Adam LZ though. Oh, a little too deep on that first outside zone, but now reasserts himself, looks for the side of the S15, they fire through, and Dean clinical as always, and Adam LZ optimises on that clean lead line. Oh, tags the wall once again. LZ disposes of the back end of that E36. He shallows up the angle. Dean dials it on as they fire through the touch and go. Now one transition left as they get themselves in to the second to last outside zone. Now LZ starts to apply the pressure as Dean tags the wall. LZ into the pocket, up onto the front wheel, across the line.
Well, you got to give it up for Adam LZ. He brought everything to that fight.
absolutely a dream come true. After missing this event last year, we're back this year, and under such extreme conditions. We've been fighting with every single driver out there. Every battle is close, the level is so high, but man, we're into the final and I'm absolutely delighted.
You're going to face Dwayne McKeever, a fellow Irishman, somebody that you know you can trust on track. You must be excited rather than nervous right now.
I'm absolutely delighted, you know, going back out there, kind of a repeat of last night, myself and Dwayne, and I know it's going to be a close battle. He's going to risk everything. I'm sure he's faster than he was yesterday, and I have to try to turn it up as well. So let's see what happens. We're going to give it our best, and no matter what, this is a dream weekend for me, for drifting, for the sport, and for all of the fans that come out watching it. I'm so happy and proud of what we do.
Now, obviously, Larry has managed to take the championship this round, and I know that you are delighted for him.
Yeah, no, I'm really delighted. You know, I felt like he was so close last year. You know, they started off as a low-budget team, have great support from the Finnish fans, and he's just fought with his close friends, his family, going to every single event, and, you know, he deserved it. So I was the next battle out. After he won the championship, I drove over to him, shook his hand, told him congratulations, and honestly, I kind of felt a bit of relief. I want to focus on FD. This was never the plan to be fighting for a championship in Europe, but we'll take it. It's been a dream year, and I'm just buzzing. This is amazing. Like, look around, it's wow.
Now the playoff.
This one is a huge 50 seconds for both of them. James Dean in the lead position, McKeever in the chase. Dean going big and wild at the start. McKeever waits, and now McKeever goes.
Yeah, McKeever waits for him to get himself set up, now goes for it, now dives down, and James Dean perfectly on the outside zone, tickles the back bumper along the wall, but doesn't do too much. Now flicks through, front bumper onto the wall, a little moonwalk, a little back step for James Dean, but he's perfect on that line, and now that opens the door for Dwayne McKeever as he glues that 180SX to the door, the whole way around the outside zone. James Dean goes for it, he fires the car across the circuit, and absolutely fires in does Dwayne McKeever as he's wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper, both guys shredding, they fire on the angle across the line.
Oh, there's nothing left. There is nothing left in this event. We've seen it all from start to finish, and I'll tell you what, those two finalists right now, the best we've seen on the track all weekend.
So we are just after wrapping up the biggest event in drifting. Final round in Poland. It all came down to the finals. We got all the way from top 32 into the final to battle Dwayne McKeever again. And you know what, Dwayne turned it up to 11 tonight. He was faster than I expected, he was faster than last night, and he was faster than anyone I chased this weekend. So he caught us out by surprise a little bit. I tried my best to match his pace, but he was just pulling in different areas of the track, and he deserved it. So congrats Dwayne, first place of this weekend. Huge congratulations for Laurie, who won his top 16 battle. It was enough for him to win the championship, and deservedly so. For me to get into the finals of this event is a dream come true. I knew it was going to be challenging no matter what. We had to push hard in such difficult conditions in front of 50,000 screaming fans. It was an experience like I've never experienced before. And yeah man, what a weekend. Look at this place after the show, it's destroyed. Yeah, we have some amazing fans, and I'm so proud of the sport, man. Bring on 25, but 24 isn't over yet. We have to go to Formula Drift. We got LZ Fest coming up, Formula Drift finals, where we hopefully take home 24 FD championship. We'll be pushing for it and trying our best. So thank you for all the support. I tried my best. Great to be in second position, third in the championship after missing the first round. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Right, let's go, have some fun, have a big after party, send it with all my family, friends and all the fans, all the teams, and just enjoy this experience. But I love drifting more and more every year, and that's a good sign.